Hello everyone, welcome back to the Pearl Atelier. So today I'm going to be talking to you about the Lavender Jade, and as you can see I am wearing the medallion as well as the bangle. Truth to be told, they are both a little bit too big for me, but they are such stupendous pieces. I knew that I had to have them. So the lavender jade is one of the most well-loved and the most rarest colors of jade. Honestly speaking, I have not been able to find a lavender jade to my size and to my liking. Most of the time when you go into a jade shop, even for instance, there are more apple green jade than lavender jade, and if I do come across them, it's not really up to my taste, or it's not really of a good quality. However, patience is a virtue. As you all know, when you start to wear jade, you hope to emulate its qualities, and one of the qualities that we hope to emulate is patience. And I went back to my main supplier, and whom I nicknamed the Maharani. So she has one of the best jewelry stores in my hometown, and she is my mentor. So I saw in her glass case the most magnificent lavender jade bangle I've ever seen. It just spoke out to me, and I just couldn't wait to get it on my wrist. However, when I put it on, it was a little bit big for me. Even at 53.8 mm, it still hangs a little bit loose on me. Still, I decided to get it. And the fact that it is combined with apple green, so it's a dual tone jade bangle, I think it actually makes the lavender color pop out even more. And the best thing about it is that it has a birthmark on it, and the red dot is one of the most desirable qualities in a piece of jade bangle. So much so that anytime that you come across either a jade pendant or a jade bangle with a red dot on it, it is so much more higher in price. And that was a plus for me because not many people know about it. And the fact that it is a three dot is almost equivalent to a lotus birthmark. So amongst the Chinese, the lotus is one of the most revered of plants because it can thrive in muddy waters, and a beautiful flower can come out of it. So to the Chinese, it is representative of resilience, as well as even during the Tang Dynasty, ladies would paint the lotus as a mark on their forehead, as a mark of beauty. So this is one of the most desirable birthmarks to be found on a piece of jade. So if you look at the bangle closely, it has that fabulous luster on it, and also you can see the clarity of the color. It is not contrived, it is very natural looking. It goes from the graduation of the apple green to the fabulous, breathtaking lavender shade. It is so beautiful. I keep looking and looking at it. I'm totally mesmerized whenever I'm wearing it on my wrist. So it is really such a fabulous piece of jade, and that is exactly why people love it so much, because it is a very nurturing type of a jade, and very healing. So I would definitely advise business people to put this away from the office, because when you are running a business, you have to be on top of things. You have to be very sharp-minded, and if you put a lavender jade in your office, it's going to go against you. The same way that I always advise business people not to wear or purchase sapphire. So this is one piece of jade that you should not, let me repeat that, this is a type of jade that you should not put in your office, because it goes against any kind of business principles. You have to be very sharp-minded, you have to be on the ball all the time, and you have to have that sort of a survival attitude. So if you put a piece of lavender jade in your office, you're not going to be able to survive. And then the other one, I actually got this medallion earlier than the jade bangle. It so happened that the timing was like as if it's meant to be paired together. This is actually a medallion. It's not a pendant, so to speak, because as you can see, it is extremely huge. People would wear them as a waist or hung on their cheongsam button at the side so that it's not so heavy around their neck. However, I ordered this because it is absolutely so fabulous. The carvings of it and the color, absolutely the best quality Burmese jadeite. So both these pieces are Burmese jadeite, and you can see the luster of it, the carving of it. I purposely ordered this because it showcases a phoenix rising over a peony. Both are my favorite subjects. I think it's absolutely in a class of its own. You can tell that it is a quality piece. It's not mass produced. It's one of a kind. Now this is totally different from the vintage types of pendant that I featured in my vintage pendant video. If you've missed that, I'll be linking it towards the end so you can have a look through it as well. This is definitely modern because it is so chunky. However, the chunkier pieces is also reminiscent of the archaic kind of a jade pendant worn in the past, in the last century. So this is sort of like emulating the style of the archaic type of pendant that people would wear in the past as some sort of like a family crest. So they would actually have some kind of family crest engraved on it so that whenever they are out and about and they would need to show their identity, they would carry it around. And a lot of the times people whose children got lost or have got given away, the only way that they can identify them is through the jade that they have been given at birth, because in those days you have to remember there is no such thing as DNA tests. So this one is emulating sort of like the past crest. It will be as huge as this, and it also has a dual purpose to it. I have also done videos on jade perfume sachets where they are emulating the pendants of the past, where it can be also used as a jade sachet pendant, like a perfume pendant. So if you look at it closely, in the middle there is like a lattice work, and if you flip it behind, there is a hole behind so that you can put in your perfume beads in there. Luckily my mom told me about this, otherwise I wouldn't know what is the purpose of it, because not many people know about it as well. So I really find always that there is so much things about jade that you can talk about, and I learn more and more about it. So thank you so very much for spending time with me. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. This is Eileen from the Pearl Atelier, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Goodbye.